Benny Parsons, car number 55, seeking his second win. Coming around 3 and 4. Benny Parsons, are you set to pull this one out of the fire today?
I don't know, Ken Squire. The Ford's going to be awful tough. We're going to try.
All right, you're coming out of 4. Good luck to you today. Any problems this morning on that car?
No problem, Ken.
Good luck to you. Pace car is ready to come in. There you see the Fords in the front row. Elliott in number 9 is running the same motor with which he qualified at 205 miles an hour. Most people thought that was a hand grenade. Not the case. Ernie Elliott says they will run that qualifying motor. Here they come to the line. 27th annual Daytona 500 is underway. Elliott on the brake.
What a crowd is to go into turn 1, and he did break away similar to what he did on Thursday here in the qualifying race, Ken. It'd be interesting to see if those cars behind him can pick up the draft.
He won by 37 seconds, 2 miles in a 125-mile qualifying race. There have been other times when drivers have had the field covered like that. There's always been some miscue, some mechanical malfunction before the race was over, Ned.
And we see Cale Yarborough moving up very quickly, so he was able to pick up the draft. Of course, they were in separate races on Thursday here in qualifying, so we really have not seen them run together, but we're seeing that right now.
Coming around a complete lap number 1. Delma Cowart, number 0, out of Savannah, Georgia, smoking in the first lap, back in the pack. They scream back into the 31-degree banking of turns 1 and 2, which Ned Jarrett was showing you just how steep that banking is. David, those 2 Fords are just hooked up and hauling.
I was just going to say, Bill Elliott and Cale Yarborough look like they're going to try and hook up into a 2-car draft and put a lot of daylight between themselves and the rest of the field. One of our camera cars there, Benny Parsons, now hanging on to a good solid 3rd spot. He's put a bit of daylight between himself and Darrell Waltrip.
He is one of the major sleepers in this race. 55, Parsons, the Johnny Hayes car. You're with him briefly there. Here he is, coming back for the tri-oval, that 1,600-foot area leading to the 18-degree banking here. You are in the 3rd place car. Benny Parsons trying to close on those 2 Fords, and Ned, I think he's pulling up a little.
He might be, and you see how he stays as directly behind those cars, picking up that draft as much as he possibly can. If he wavers out 2 or 3 feet, it gets in thicker air for him, and that'll slow him down. But I'll tell you, they're hooked up together up front.
Well, this is the way that Bill Elliott's not going to want to see the last lap, just a few yards in front of Cale Yarborough.
9, this car with incredible horsepower. There was no wind tunnel testing done on car number 9. There was a lot of talk about how slick and fixed up it was. It never got in the wind tunnel at all during the winter.
It's amazing at the job that those fellas have done. Their garages down in Dawsonville, Georgia, sort of away from the engineering points of America, but yet they've come out here and just run tremendously.
16-hour-a-days is what it takes. And Bill Elliott's crew, Ernie's brother Dan, with their fingers crossed as they come around to complete lap number 9 of the Daytona 500. The Neil Bonnet Chevrolet, number 12, running in that 2nd position and in a holding pattern right now, staying just about 3 seconds down as we come to the halfway mark in the 1985 Daytona 500-miler.
Well, Bonnet's car certainly looked very stable going through turns 1 and 2 there, only using up about half the road width, so he's probably in good shape from his handling.
And here's Pearson in car number 21 having problems. A former Daytona 500 winner, another of them. Smoke coming up from that hot saddle.
Scarboroughs, the Allisons, the Pettys to win this time after time. But this young man out in front, Bill Elliott, looks like he could score heavily today. And right behind him, Neil Bonnet, who's as good as you can get.
I believe every one of the former champions of the Daytona 500 are already out of it now, Ken. We'll check our records here just to be sure, but it's amazing.
Now consider this. Harry Gant in the Hal Needham
first place.
Yeah, he didn't wait long. And he won't wait long to move away either.
Let's go to Chris Economack as to why Bonnet did not pit.
We asked Tim Brewer, why didn't you stop? He says, why should we?
Oh, Neil Bonnet's got a problem. Neil Bonnet's got a problem in the front oval here.
He's spinning. Neil Bonnet out of control, almost into the wall. This is the first wall, still trying to collect it back.
It looked to me like his tires went flat. The front tire started to smoke violently as he came into the trial.
That's his wife, Susan, there, and you can see the disgust on her face after him running such a beautiful race all day, and now to see him slide out through there. She doesn't really know what kind of condition he's in. We saw him that he's okay, but she doesn't know that at the moment. Here's Bonnie crawling out of the car. What a disappointing.
Here they are racing
grand
back to the line. They are coming back to the line. Number 9, Bill Elliott, will be in front. There'll be 196 laps complete. Elliott is across the stripe. 4 laps remain. They can be run under caution. The track looks like it may be clear.
Apparently the engine let go on his car, Ken, because he didn't hit anything as he went out through there. I don't know how he missed those walls, but he
down for the last lap. Elliott draws away. Lake Speed gets one more shot at Bill Elliott. No one's been able to contain Elliott all afternoon.
And one thing that Lake Speed didn't need was those cars running side by side with him. Of course, they were running for positions too, but he needed every clean shot that he could get to keep up with Elliott. He was not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, he wanted a bit of help there, but too late now.
First place, no contest, given to Elliott. Battle will be for third. Lake Speed is in second. Battle will be Waltrip, Baker, Rudd trying to decide that third position. There's Lake Speed right there. In the second position, Bill Elliott is on his way to his greatest race ever. A little looseness up in turn number 3. A couple of cars all the way sideways. Here they are coming back to the line. And after dominating all day, his crew out on pit road, Bill Elliott wins the 1985 Daytona 500. There you see Ernie Elliott. Dan Elliott standing there just to the left. What a moment. Lake Speed up to congratulate the winner of the Daytona 500, David Hobbs.
What a great result for Lake Speed, too. Half a second